Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Julian with me. We've just beaten Fulham 3-0 here at Craven Cottage. Julian, we was out there on Thursday, and I know I mentioned with all the people that I was out there with, a lot different today than what we saw on Thursday. Is that just down to personnel, or is that down to something else?
No, I think it's down to the fact that we want it more. Yeah. We absolutely want it more than the Europa League. We do have a squad to win both.
Yeah.
But when you look at the depth of our squad, we can do it both. Definitely. But for me, it's the desire, and I think that we do desire the Premier League more from the performance we saw today, for the performance that we saw on Thursday, the intensity and the concentration and the will to win just seems a lot more. I mean, when you look at the first few minutes, that first goal, I don't know if did you see it back, the VAR decision?
It was close. I did the offside. Yeah, I did see it. It was tight.
It was tight. It reminded me of a quote.
Wenger or someone else?
Well, it wasn't my ex-girlfriend, and the quote was, "Life is about millimetres."
I'm glad it wasn't your ex-girlfriend.
It wasn't my ex-girlfriend. It was.
Don't tell me your current one.
No. It was Arsene Wenger.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I don't want to get cancelled.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, pretty much every quote will be an Arsene Wenger quote.
Of course.
And today, when I did see it back, and it was literally millimetres.
Yeah.
And my worry at that point was that if we're gonna not score a goal by millimetres, could that have an effect at the end of the game?
Yeah.
And that was a slight concern for me. However, what then happened wasn't a concern for the Arsenal team, because instead of being worried and starting to be a little bit nervous, what they went straight up the other end and scored a goal. So millimetres didn't matter today.
Yeah.
They had that belief to go up the other end, then they went and scored another goal. Trossard, unbelievable. And that, I think it was the second goal. And
that build-up play.
I mean, Saliba, the interplay between them, the fluidity of movement was quite astronomical, how they did it. And then that last, it was almost like a slight miscontrol by Saliba, and then he recovered and then played this ball to Xhaka in space, beat the press, and from then on it was that there was only one conclusion, and it just bang in the net. So it was just absolute quality. So today has been actually a lot different from the other games we've had over the last few weeks, because we have won games by, let's face it, pretty slight margins, and the Bournemouth game and the Villa game, couldn't have been slighter. Yeah. And today was a different experience because it was relaxed.
But were you relaxed? Because when we left, you were saying you was a bit, you're still nervous. 3-0. James was at half-time with me. He was like, I don't know how, I don't feel confident. I'm like, we're 3-0 up.
No, I mean, I did feel confident. I mean, the only time I had slight doubts was after the VAR decision. But what they did for me is straight away they gave me that confidence. So what happened was once they got that third goal, finished, over, and suddenly the second half becomes for a fan a different type of experience. It's one that we've won that game, and it's a bit of a procession. And my only criticism was that we didn't sort of kick on. But
is that a performance of a professional though, not kicking on but holding out the 3-0 and not conceding?
Yeah, because ultimately the aim of the football match is to get 3 points, which we did. But what we had there was a team on the ropes, and we could have gone on and really sort of. We finished them, but maybe get a 4, 5, 6-0. And the other thing I'd like to say about Fulham, and again, Ty and a few others sort of spoke about it, was the home record of Fulham. I mean, they've lost 3 games. They lost to Man United in the last minute. They lost to Spurs in a bit of a scrappy game by 1 goal. Lost to Newcastle when they went down to 10 men. They've got players like Manor Solomon. I mean, I know that they mentioned that Paulinho was out, but Manor Solomon's has been out for most of the season. He's come back. He's been on fire. 5 out of 5. The only players that have had a better record than him as Marcus Rashford and who's that guy that plays for City? Haaland. That's the one.
How'd you forget him?
Yeah, you forget him. And we made him. We made him look like not a Premier League player, more of a Maccabi League Division 3 player. And he's a good player. But the way we played that game, we made them look ordinary, and they're not. It's just the level we're at is just tremendous.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.